3-1 in favour of Ricardo and Emmanuel. Now we'll pick it up a little bit later in the first set, 13-18. Bosma and Herrera trailing. Important point there to put it up to 14-18. And they serve now, the Spanish pair, off the net. Gives the Brazilians a little bit more time than they would have banked on. And a good spike there from Emmanuel. Just too much on that. The defensive shot sent the ball out of play. Fast-moving action at the end of the first set here. The Spaniards retrieving, and that one going straight into the net. So the Brazilians in a promising position here. That one at the drill down into the side of the court. Herrera climbing majestically with all the time in the world. 20-15. And 21-15 for Ricardo and Emmanuel. They take the first set. Into the second set, 20-16, we join the score in favour of Bosma and Herrera. Enthusiastic crowd. Of course, beach volleyball will be played provisionally, according to the schedule, in Tiananmen Square when Beijing hosts the 2008 Summer Olympics. So the Brazilians taking the first set 21-14, and now the Spaniards about to even things up here in the second. One-touch action here, everybody involved, and an important point for Ricardo and Emmanuel. Good defence from the Brazilians. Can they finish off the second set? That ball drops out, and the Brazilians right back on level terms. Important point for Bosma and Herrera to keep their chance alive in this second set. And 21-19, they take it. Into the third set, 14-15. Yeah, Herrera was claiming that Emmanuel touched the net. Oh, good work from the Spaniards. Saw the gap, and despite the fingertip block attempt from Emmanuel, Herrera was just able to float it over the top of him. Spectacular final set here. This is the final of the Lianyunga FIVB tournament. Ricardo and Emmanuel leading 16-15 and serving. Spaniards pick it up. Fingertip on that from the Brazilians. It's 16 all. Bosma and Herrera now serving. All square in the final set. 16 all. Brazilian pair come forward. Good defense from the Spaniards. Here it comes, Bosma to Herrera. Brazilians get another opportunity. Must be put away, but the block is too good. Perfect timing at the net here. Oh, desperate lunge from Ricardo at the back of the court. He got very close to it, not quite close enough. Nice finish from the Brazilians. 19 points all. And that was decisive from Javier Bosma. 20 points to 19. One more, and the final will go the way of the Spaniards, and the title with it, and it does. The Spaniards finish off Ricardo and Emmanuel after a thrilling three-set match here on the island of Lian. $180,000 prize money in total, and the biggest prize check going the way of Bosma and Herrera. while the Brazilians still lead the standings comfortably with Hoyscher and Kobel in second. Here's some of the best of the action. And we are now in Serbia, Montenegro. Budva, the venue for the latest stop on the men's FIVB World Tour. Beautiful beaches, fantastic weather, amazing architecture, stunning scenery, and some fantastic play. Let's hear what Jonas Reckermann of the German team makes of this new venue.
I like it very much. I mean, the landscape is fantastic, very nice nature, and the people are very, very friendly. They try everything to make us, or to give us a good tournament. And yeah, I mean, it's very nice to play here.
The nature is great, and also the people, because they see it the first time, this event, and I think next year there will be more people, because I think they had fun, the people who were here, and I hope they speak with other people and take them to the center court.
Wow, it's amazing. I can say I'm very surprised with the organization. All the volunteers is liking volleyball. Everybody's love the sport. Makes all the spirit of the volleyball be grateful here. I think for all the players make play here in a special place like this is very good and very special.
So the first semi-final features the familiar Brazilian pair of Ricardo and Emmanuel. Ricardo, the taller of the two on the left of your screen there. Emmanuel, no shorty at 1.90 m. They're up against Patrick Hoyscher and Stefan Kobel of Switzerland. So this is the scene on match day in Budva. But a scattered cloud, reasonable crowd. more out of curiosity than anything else, but the stand's beginning to fill. Ricardo and Emmanuel on the right of your screens. The Brazilians, I beg your pardon, playing in black here. The Swiss pair in the grey vests. Ricardo and Emmanuel off to a storming start, 3-0 in rapid succession, and that shot going woefully wide from the Swiss pair. 1 point back for the Swiss, and Heuscher serves one in. Ricardo and Emmanuel, such an experienced pair. They've been together for several very successful seasons around the world, and they have great height between them and amazing agility for such tall men. Now later on in the set, 19-13, Ricardo and Emmanuel having cruised to this stage, the business end of the first set, letting a loose one go. Nice touch from Stefan Kobel at the net. 14-19. Ricardo and Emmanuel now move to set point at 20 points to 14. First set point of the match. They cover the length of the court so quickly with such giant strides, both these men. Wonderful finish. What a way to wrap up the first set. 21 points to 14. Now we pick up the second set with Ricardo and Emmanuel once again in the driving seat. 16-14 they lead. Swiss pair called for an infringement here. Touch of the net, you can see it clearly in slow motion there. Fantastic backdrop. The waters of the ocean, just absolutely mill pond.
Ricardo,
18-15, Ricardo and Emmanuel 3 points away from a place in the final. Emmanuel far side, good touch beyond the despairing lunge of Stefan Kobel. And that was Patrick Heuscher, I beg your pardon. Heuscher with the white cap, Kobel with the black cap. And there was a Brazilian hand on that to give a point to the Swiss pair. But 2 points away from it still, Ricardo and Emmanuel. And here's another one. And Ricardo had time to check, look before he launched. And that's it. Ricardo and Emmanuel dispatch of their Swiss opponents in relatively quick time, 21-14, 21-16.
Yeah, I think me and Ricardo, we played very well this semi-final. I think we have yesterday all day to learn about their games, so we can be very focused in this game, very concentrate. I think it was a great game for us.
Markus Diekmann and Jonas Reckermann of Germany are contesting the second semi-final. Their opponents are the Estonian pair of Christian Kais and Rivo Vesic. So Diekmann and Reckermann and Kais and Vesic welcomed onto court. Estonians playing from left to right in the grey vests. Vesic is the guy with the backwards baseball cap and the long hair. The Germans, Diekmann is the darker of the two, Reckermann the blonde player, although it's difficult to tell, but Diekmann with the white cap at the back of the court. That's Diekmann, and I beg your pardon, that's that's Diekmann, and Reckermann with the different coloured hat. Vesic puts it up, Kais tries to put it away. (3-1) to Diekmann and Reckermann in the opening set. Vesic coming forward, And good swing on that one. He was able to generate a good deal of power. Kais with the serve. And good put away from Diekman. Got a good angle there. Now towards the end of the first set, 20-14 to Diekman and Reckerman. 1 set point saved from Christian Kais and Rivo Vesic. And they save a second one with a brilliant block from Vesic. Timed that to perfection. 16-20. Germans with plenty of breathing space, however, and a chance to finish it here, and a chance they take. 21-16. There's never really in any doubt. Always unlikely that opponents will come back from such a deficit to save a set. 21-16, just 19 minutes it took. Now the second set, Diekman and Reckerman continue in the same vein. 19-15 off the top of the net. This one will come straight back to them, and they capitalise. Set point for the Germans, 16-20. The serve from Christian Kais. It'll come straight back to the Germans. They must finish it here. They do finish it here. 21-16, 21-16. Fairly comfortable in the end for Marcus Diekman and Jonas Reckerman, defeating Christian Kais and Rivo Vesic in less than an hour. 21-16, 21-16. So let's hear from Marcus Diekman after the win.
We knew if we play 100%, we have a good chance to win. So we just tried to concentrate on our playing, not thinking about the opponent too much. They're very low ranked, but you're 32 teams in the main draw, and there's no team you beat easily. So you have to work hard all the time, and that's what we try to concentrate on.
So we've got the bronze medal match now, featuring Heuscher and Kobel against Kais and Vesic. First set, no points on the board. Kais and Vesic this time playing in blue from right to left at this stage in the match. And their opponents for the bronze medal, Heuscher and Kobel in the grey. Swiss-Estonian bronze medal match here. Kobel and Heuscher, 2-1. Christian Kais with I beg your pardon, that was Rivo Vesic with a solid finish, really pulled the trigger on that one. 2-all. Always worth an attempt at that, try and push the ball back over and score a point, but it's rare that it actually lands on target. 3-2. The Swiss pair lead. 3 points all. An infringement called against the Estonians for a net touch. Clearly see the net moving. Now, later on in the set, 16-14 in favour of Patrick Heuscher and Stefan Kobel. The Estonians trying to get back in it. Vesic. Vesic sets now. And a well-worked point by the Estonians. They deserve that with all the effort that went into this match. What a fabulous setting this is. Mountains behind, the ocean on the other side, and beautiful natural bay here at Budvar. Well played. Rivo Vesic really finding his mark. And they're getting closer to the Swiss now, the Estonians. Swiss still with the 2-point lead. Can they increase it further now? 18-16. Vesic sets it up for Kais. No, it was unlucky. The Estonians caught slightly out of position, and this will push the score up to 20-16. Oh no, still 19-16, I beg your pardon. And, well, nice idea, but he floated it just wide. And it's set point now for the Swiss. And they finish off the first set of this bronze medal playoff 21 points to 17. 21 minutes it took. So the second set now. Pick up the score with the Swiss still in control, 17-16. Acrobatic stuff from the Estonians and a brilliant finish. That was one of the best points the Estonians have played. Wonderful pick up here. And good backing up from Vesic, splitting his opponents right down the middle. 17 all, but they can't afford to throw away a point with a loose serve. And the Swiss are just 3 points away from the bronze here. And this spike was beautifully blocked at the net by Stefan Kobel. 19-17 in favour of the Swiss, playing from right to left here. It's 1 point clawed back by the Estonian pair. But the Swiss now move to match point. 21-17 in the first, they now lead 20-18 in the second. Ball still in play, but the Swiss with time and an open court in which to play, and they capitalise. Bronze medal goes to Patrick Hoyscher and Stefan Kobel, beating Christian Kais and Rivo Vesic 21-17, 21-18. Let's hear it from Stefan Kobel.
Yeah, we had a really hard week, 8 games, and every game was really hard. I think we played 14 sets in 3 days, and everything hurts now. But I'm happy to be on the podium, and yeah, final was hard to reach because Ricardo and Manuel, they're at this time they were really strong to beat.
Another perfect afternoon in this part of the Balkans. Ricardo and Emmanuel playing in the grey vests from right to left, but first blood to them. Their opponents are, just to remind you, Marcus Diekman, the dark-haired of the two, wearing number 1, and Jonas Reckerman, who wears number 2. That's the number 1 for the Brazilians, that's Ricardo. Well, the Germans not being fazed by their opponents here. The Brazilians feared the world over by beach volleyball players, but the Germans are living with them at this stage, although when you see a swing like that from Ricardo, it makes you wonder how long they can stay with it. Brazilians cover the ground so quickly in enormous gazelle-like strides. Ricardo and Emmanuel lead 4-3 at the change. Now we pick it up at 7-6 in favour of the Brazilians. Nice work, beautiful touch. Emmanuel gives the signal. Emmanuel with the yellow cap at the front of the court. Ricardo and Emmanuel have enjoyed good success together. Look how big Ricardo is. 9-7, the Brazilians lead, make that 10. The spike attempt from Reckerman went straight into the net. Now we pick it up at 18-16 in the first set, 18 minutes gone. It's been an entertaining, if slightly one-sided, opening set, and the grandstands are finally full with people wondering what all the fuss was about, all the noise. They've come along to watch this event in these absolutely sensational surroundings. Ricardo and Emmanuel, 19-17, receiving now. And they take themselves to set point with this pinpoint accurate spike. 17-20, the Germans slightly out of position. Oh, well played. Brave shot, floating it over the top, and it landed just inside the sideline. Germans save a set point, and good acrobatic retrieval from the Brazilians. Oh, good play as well. Oh, yes, simply done. Germans will be kicking themselves about that. Well, Emmanuel was totally out of play. 10 feet out on the side of the court, and what skill from Ricardo to just loft that one over off his wrists. And then follow it up with just a little touch over the top. And they win the opening set by 21 points to 18. Top of the second set, Ricardo and Emmanuel continue as they started and finished the opening set, getting the first points. Emmanuel just slowing it down, set up as if he was going for the big shot, and then just took the pace off it. Ricardo, on the other hand, with a sort of three-quarter speed shot there, and they have a positive start, the Brazilians, in this second set. 3-1, make it 4. That one drilled down. Those sort of shots from Ricardo just don't come back. Occasionally he can be guilty of a lapse in concentration, as was shown by that loose serve. Now we pick up the match a little bit further in this set. 10-9, the Germans have caught up their opponents and trying to get back on level terms with them for the first time in this match. Ricardo and Emmanuel lead 11-10. The Germans did get level, but have yet to actually take the lead in the match. Emmanuel does well. Ricardo floats that one back, aware that his opponent was stuck at his partner was stuck at the back of the court. Oh, a little unlucky there. Reckerman thought it might just tip over the net. Difficult to get a spike past Ricardo. He's such a giant of a man at the net. 13-10, the Brazilians in control of this second set, having won the first 21-18. Here's Ricardo. Well left. Actually, I'm not sure if he was a leave or whether he was just beaten for pace, Emmanuel, but it dropped beyond the baseline. 14-11, Brazil lead. 15-11. So the Germans with a mountain to climb as we pick up the set, with the Brazilians leading 19-17. And a welcome point for the Germans on this occasion, with the block from Emmanuel dropping wide. 19-18. Surely the last chance for the Germans to get back on level terms, but the block came off the chest of Reckerman. It's match point to Ricardo and Emmanuel. One match point saved. Emmanuel sets Ricardo. Emmanuel again. Ricardo puts it back for Emmanuel this time, who finishes off the match. And Ricardo and Emmanuel from Brazil take the title here in the Serbia-Montenegro opener. Budvar. Great action, amazing scenery. And the Brazilians very much leading the way in this sport. We look forward to seeing those two, particularly on the sand in Athens in August.
This team from Germany is very strong. They are the second time we play against them in this tour. I think it was a great final, especially the first time here in Serbia. I put my name in the history, me and Ricardo. That's a good thing for us.
Warm welcome for all the players here in Serbia. And one just final footnote to this, as we see the winners on top of the podium, was the fastest serve award, as the Brazilians picked up their $27,000 check. The fastest serve was Jonas Reckerman. So he got a special award for that, having delivered the fastest serve of the tournament. But the main men were Ricardo and Emmanuel. They lead the World Tour rankings to boot. Let's see some of the best from Serbia. That's all from me. Bye for now.
Vamos